Hello, Assalamualaikum. Hi everyone. So today we are in part 3 of inequalities. At the end of this video, you should be able to solve quadratic inequalities by using either graphical or analytical method. But in this video, I only use analytical method, which called table of sign. Okay guys? Alright guys, this is a picture of table of sign. Okay, just a sample of table of sign. I'm going to explain to you briefly before we go deeper in the example later. Okay, first you are going to get a question like this. Okay, any quadratic equation, so you need to rearrange and factorize it. Okay, so the final product of factorization must be looking like this. Okay, the left hand side is the factorized product or the factorized quadratic. Okay, and the right hand side must be 0. Okay, so no matter what the direction are. Okay, so -1 and 2 you will get from the factorization. Okay, I'm sure you all know how to get this value. Okay, just let it equal 0 and you get this value. Okay, so now in the table, the first column, you need to list down all the factorized. Okay, so we have x plus 1, x plus 1, x plus 1, and we have x minus 2, x minus 2. And because these two factor multiply each other, so in the final product here, we need to multiply it as well. Okay, so next, in the first row means this row. Okay, in the first row, we need to write down the interval. Okay, so interval is from negative infinity until positive infinity. So you need to arrange it in ascending order, susunan menaik. Okay, so because -1 come first before 2. And we know that infinity always open bracket. What about -1 and 2? So back to this green box, the inequality doesn't have equal sign. Hence, it is an open bracket. And then test value. For test value, you can put any number in between the respected intervals. Okay, I have -2 within this interval. Also, I have 0 within -1 and 2. Also, I have 3 within 2 until infinity. You can put 99 if you want. You can put 86 if you want. Okay, but always choose the easier number to calculate because we want to put -2, 0 and 3 in x here. So if I put them in x plus 1, I will get okay, let's say 0. I put it in x plus 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. It's a positive number, hence, that's why I put a positive here. Okay, so let's see for x minus 2. For 0, 0 minus 2 is a negative. I will get -2, and it is a negative number. Okay, same goes to -2 minus 2 is -4. 3 minus 2 is 1, which is a positive number. And then, we're going to multiply this 2 and get the final sign. Alright, that's it. Negative multiply negative will get a positive. Positive, negative, negative. Positive and positive will get a positive. Okay, now, the final answer. Which interval will be our answer? Okay, look back again at our green box here. Because it wants less than 0, it means the answer or the interval must have a negative. Okay? So which interval has negative sign? Is it this one? No. Is it this one? Yes, this interval has a negative sign. Hence, our answer, if we're going to write it in interval form, it is just -1 and 2, open bracket. You can just copy it. Okay, so easy. And if the question asks you to write in set form, okay, just write down the usual bracket. Because x is between -1 and 2, x should be placed in the middle. The direction of the inequality is always towards left. And does it have equal sign at the inequality? No, because this is a open bracket. Okay, so that's the final answer. Senang kan? Alright, so now we can discuss deeper about these linear inequalities. And question asks us to solve 2x squared plus x minus 3 greater equal 0. So, first step, rearrange and factorize. Okay, so if we factorize that, we're going to get 2x plus 3 and x minus 1. Okay, so getting the value of x, you will get -3 over 2 and 1. Okay, so now we are going to fill in the table. Okay, so the first row we list down all the factor. Okay, so multiply them. Okay, and we're going to list down the interval as well. We know the interval is moving from negative infinity until positive infinity. Okay, so what is the number here? Who come first? Obviously, it is negative 3 over 2, and next is 1. So we're going to put negative infinity and negative 3 over 2 here. Negative infinity, negative 3 over 2. Also, here, negative 3 over 2 and 1. Also, in this row, 1 and infinity. So we already know that infinity always open interval. So infinity always open interval. Infinity always open. So what about negative 3 over 2 and 1? Okay, let me draw a box here. Okay, let's call it a blue box. So look at this blue box. Does the inequality have equal sign? Yes. So it is a closed bracket. What about the test value? Okay, we look at the easy part first. What is in between here? Between the negative number and the positive number, obviously a 0. So we put 0 here. What is a number after 1? Obviously it's 2. You can put 99, 95, 100, 199 if you want. Okay, I want to. Okay, and we know that negative 3 over 3 is negative 1.5. So we can put negative 2 in the test value. Okay, so if we substitute negative 2, 0 and positive 2 into x plus 3, okay, so we will get a negative number. If you didn't believe me, you can calculate by yourself. Okay, if we put 0 into x plus 3, substitute it in x, 2 multiply 0 is 0, 0 plus 3 is 3, 3 is a positive number. What about 2? 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 is a positive number. Same goes to x minus 1. Substitute negative 2 in x, you will get a negative 3. Negative 3 is a negative number. 0, substitute 0 in x. 0 minus 1 will get a negative 1. Negative 1 is a negative number. Substitute 2 in x plus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. And 1 is a positive number. Okay, so multiply these two signs. Multiply negative and negative, we'll get a positive. Multiply positive and negative, we'll get a negative. Multiply positive and positive, we'll get a positive. Very good. So, okay, within this 1, 2, 3 intervals, which intervals is our answer? Look back at our blue box. Is it greater 0 or less 0? Yes, it is greater 0. If it is greater 0, is it negative or positive? Yes, we want a positive intervals. But we have two positive intervals. Is it possible to get two intervals as answer? Yes, we can. Okay, so how to write this answer if we have two intervals? Okay, let me show you. I'm going to use black color this time. Okay, so answer. If you're going to write this in interval form, okay, so this is positive and this is the interval. This is positive sign and this is the interval. Okay, so just write down or just copy the intervals and combine those intervals using a union sign. Okay, so remember this, always combine intervals using union sign. Okay, and you're done. Okay, what if the question wants the answer in set form? Okay, so write down the usual bracket, x titik bertindih, like that. Okay, so negative infinity to negative 3 over 2, it is just x less equal negative 3 over 2. From 1 until infinity, it is just x greater equal 1. Why do I have an equal sign on my inequalities? Because negative 3 over 2 and 1, close bracket. Okay, so union, the keyword, is it or and? Yes, the keyword for union is or. And we're done. Okay, if you didn't understand or you didn't understand, please go clarify with your lecturer. Thank you guys. So next slide is the exercise. Okay, so you can try this exercise and check with your lecturers. The answer are there. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.